CJ, how you doing, man?
Hey, Jim boy.
This is where's the camera? Oh, the camera's over there. Yeah, we've got two cameras today because we're doing a drums one. It's the first ever drums podcast on kind of about music podcast. Your mic's just drooped. Your mic's not very excited about it.
Story of my life. Hey.
This is my man CJ Evans, who's a drumming wizard.
Hello.
Heavy hitting maniac of a drummer.
Thank you.
We did a gig the other day, didn't we? We did one at an RAF base, and we went in some helicopters.
It was super loud.
It was super
Went in a
loud.
helicopter, big reverbs, terrible sandwiches, and
Yeah, they were terrible sandwiches. Stuffed badgers.
stuffed badgers.
Yeah, do you remember the stuffed badger?
I remember stuffed badgers
And the moose.
a moose and Saddam Hussein murals.
Yeah, I should elaborate. We were in the officers' mess at an RAF base because we were playing some lovely, lovely dancing music to the officers, to RAF helicopter people.
Pilots and
And
their
it was the
families,
most incredible. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on my camera because it's been a bit shit today, and it keeps going on and off. Yeah, they're not squaddies, are they? Like RAF helicopter people. They were telling us like they're like have to respond when people fly over the M25 in
First
unidentified.
responders, yeah,
exactly.
yeah. Protecting the country.
Exactly. CJ, I love to have you on the podcast, and thank you for saying yes
Thanks.
to this, man. This is a cool one. As I say, it's new to me to do a drums podcast because all the extra stuff, and I don't have all the recording equipment necessarily required
Some
for it.
mics and stuff.
What have you been doing recently? Because I see on Facebook and stuff like that you're out playing for all sorts of people all the time. So tell us a little bit about who you're playing for at the moment.
Okay, yeah, a couple of bits. So, playing for a couple of artists. At the moment, an artist called Kay Stewart.
Yep.
It's like super pop gig, like kind of R&B pop vibes.
Yeah.
Some good pocket playing, but then a couple of chances to do a couple of
To play out.
sick fills,
Oh, there we go.
which is super fun. So I had a good summer with her doing like, good festival circuits.
Yeah, man. I saw on Facebook all the time. It's like you played V-Fest recently, didn't you?
V-Fest, British Summertime,
Yeah.
Wireless. So yeah, that was fun.
I don't want to name a festival in case that's the one that you haven't played,
Yeah,
because then you'll be
right.
like, no, I didn't play that one. Like, have you seen Saxondale,
Yeah.
where he's the roadie for all these different artists? And he always said, oh, did you get to tour with Led Zeppelin? He goes, no, I didn't get Led Zeppelin.
Oh, there's definitely a long list of ones that I haven't done. Definitely.
Well, no, that's cool though, man. That must be a trip playing on a big stage like that to kind of like, because there's tens of thousands of people looking at you. What?
At a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on what time of day you're playing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really fun gig. A nice bit of hybrid drumming, so I've got a lot of electronics and stuff, triggers and pads,
Yeah, man.
which is nice to build into your kit, so you have a
Awesome.
nice fat sound. It's fun. So it's Kay Stewart, which is cool. Playing for an artist.
Dude, sorry to be a dick.
Yeah.
Right, can you make sure that you're talking right into the mic? Otherwise,
here.
because they're only, or you might want to put it at an angle that's going to be more suitable, because I don't need to get neck strain for your afternoon rehearsal. Otherwise, it's just I'm not going to be able to like mix it properly.
That's fine.
Drummers messing up the whole situation already.
Constantly. Don't deal with microphones very well.
Yeah. Microphones on stands like that are absolute pain in the ass, yeah. Yeah, but turn that. Oh,
And we're cool.
Check this out. It's
There
like
you
he's a professional. It's like he's
Could be a
done this
professional
before.
roadie. Probably will be at some point.
So you're using like triggers and stuff like that as well, and like SPD, SX, and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, do a lot of
electronics
that and a lot of playing, a lot of artists. So it's a band called Hue.
Yeah. And what
They're
sort of stuff?
really awesome. That is again kind of R&B, a bit more trip hop.
Right.
So less kit, less toms, mainly just kicks, no hats, and.
Can you give us an
That's-
example of a beat for that sort of band? Putting you on the spot now.
Yeah. There's a song called One of These Days, and it's like.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, kind of like.
Come as like almost like a programmed sort of drum feel sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of kind of like play like a machine, which I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
It's cool.
exactly. Rather than the Wild Man, which is how I've seen you most of the time. Like that.
Yeah. But I still get to do a bit of the Wild Man thing. Playing with a band called Gelato as well.
Right.
Shout out to my boy Drew.
Drew.
That's his project, and recently had a gig in Camden with him.
Sweet. What sort of stuff's that one?
Super like Queens of the Stone Age, kind of riffy
dude,
stoner
that's my
rock.
favourite stuff.
Just basically getting my growl on.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know No One Knows? Oh, we've got Tim in the room today. Today, Tim's playing bass.
Snap at the
He's
bass.
helping us out because that guitar and drums is not a great combination. I don't think. I think guitar. You have to have a bass if you're gonna
Gotta have some low end in there.
Yeah, exactly. No, Queens of Stone Age. Like saw them in Nottingham a few years ago. Oh, they were fantastic on the Like Clockwork tour.
Yeah.
And just Josh Homme's one of my like idols in terms of how he runs all his the whole business of it. Like he's always producing something new that's like totally weird but so you can imagine like if you went to it, I think he's got an independent label and I think, and if you went to like a major label with some of the ideas it said, what we're going to do is we're going to do like a electronic record almost with Iggy Pop, like Sony or someone like that, probably go, probably not.
Yeah.
Whereas like he makes it cool and like he's showing people, oh no, you can be creative and come up with new stuff.
He's
I
such
love
cool
that.
dude. And like playing drums in Eagles of Death Metal as well. Like,
Yeah.
Such a sick dude. I
Yeah.
love everything he's done.
Yeah, I bought the vinyl of. I don't normally buy music. I normally Spotify it. But so with Josh Homme stuff, I would try and make sure I get the actual record of it.
Sick.
Yeah, it's cool.
I haven't seen them. I'd love to see Queens one day.
Yeah, they're incredible. Like, because they've got about 3 guitar players and 2 keys players as well. It's
And
just
all
such a
the
big sound.
coolest, meanest looking motherfuckers as well.
Yeah, they all come out wearing black trench coats and stuff.
We're so pissed off, but we're so fucking cool as well. And we'd ride Harley Davidsons. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like they got that kind of rocker cool without being like rocker.
Like, not
cool.
posy. They're not posy.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
just like cool, just effortless swag.
That's it. Yeah, I think it
Okay.
comes from being middle aged and going to a lot of parties and getting to the point where you don't have to impress anybody.
Yeah. Totally.
So yeah, so that's like Queens of the Stone Age sort of stuff.
Yeah. It was super fun, super loud.
Mm.
And yeah, it's just really cool. I met Drew through doing a jam night up in, what's it called? Finsbury Park, the Silver Bullet.
Oh, that's the blues one, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think the Silver Bullet's passed now. Well, I think they got
Mm.
kicked out or whatever, but that was a wicked jam night, which I got introduced to through a good man called Christian Mendoza.
I know Christian. Yeah, he
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
at the Churros Pompadour. He's a house guy. He plays a lot of stuff for Patrick Allen, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's amazing. He's great. He's a cool guy as well.
Totally. So yeah, he got me down to that, and I got to meet some wicked cats
Yeah.
down there, which was nice to get into the rock scene again.
Mm.
So yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. You play around London. I think a lot of times people are playing. You end up playing like a lot of times quite. If you're coming from a rock background, you never really get a chance to do that, except to maybe the end of a night or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
like, oh, living on prayer, all right.
Exactly.
So yeah, they had this awesome rockin' jam night, and you play
Oh,
like
that's
Pearl Jam and
Oh, fuck,
Foos and just all the good grungy 90s stuff.
yeah.
And it was just like, everyone's there just like on the same page. And it was,
There's a lot of that sort of stuff on a gig that I do called Rockyoke, which is like karaoke with a rock band.
yeah.
And they've done like some quite big like tours and stuff, but I kind of dip and step in for them whenever. So, but they've got like Alanis Morissette and fucking and Pearl Jam and Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters and
All the good
Nirvana
shit.
and all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
all
yeah.
that 90s stuff, all the kind of stuff that you started learning when you're kicking off.
the bedroom riffs.
I keep trying to get them to get some Pantera on the list, but they're not going for it.
like a bit of Walk or
Yeah,
5
yeah.
minutes alone or something
Yeah.
like that.
Or was it? What was it? I can't even remember what the other chords are. I can never remember that.
We won't insult Dimebag.
No. And behind me is like, yeah, because it's like, yeah. No, I grew up on that sort of stuff. I can't remember any of it now.
I should probably rig up the double pedal and we could just go to town.
Whoa, there we go.
This
That was
thing
one
doesn't get used.
When I started in metal bands. It was always metal bands, and yeah, double kick. It was always like how we can get double kick into every riff.
Dun, 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 Gallop
Exactly.
the shit out of everything.
It was always when it started when I first heard my first band that I was properly into was Metallica, and One when you first heard that.
Yeah.
What was it? Yeah.
And the new song, very similar.
Is it? I haven't heard the new song.
It's just that.
What's it called? In fact, I have heard a clip of it actually.
So hardwired.
Hardwired, yeah.
Hardwired to self-destruct. Go. It's sick. It's totally thrash. It's like
Yeah.
that, man.
See, I thought that was always the best stuff, but I did like a bit of stuff off Load and Reload as well, which is not that popular. When he went through his country phase.
Yeah. The Whiskey in the Jar, that cover.
Yeah, exactly.
I
yeah,
loved
yeah.
that
Yeah.
because it was grooving, but rocking.
Yeah. I think of it, Metallica as James Hetfield's solo project. In my head, that's how I do. Yeah.
James is the driving force.
Exactly. Like Lars thinks he's got something to do with it. We'll just let him tap some drums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quantize that shit.
Also, Metallica, the Mission Impossible 2 song they did. I Disappear.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that. I thought it was
Fuck
all
them.
right. Yeah.
That's a fucking good song.
Yeah, because it was quite heavy. It almost had that kind of like sort of down, sort of corrosion of conformity, kind of dirty southern thing. Yeah.
That
What was it?
whole
How
soundtrack.
did the riff go for it now?
Down, 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 down.
Yeah. It was kind of that sort of thing, wasn't it? Yeah, I can't remember. Hey. Here we go now.
I know what this song is.
Yeah, James Standard thing. You were never into Metallica, were you, Tim?
Tim's like, what the fuck are these guys talking about?
We're building Tim up bit by bit. He's got a bass. He's going to have a microphone soon. It's only because I haven't got enough inputs he hasn't got a microphone. He's been sacrificed here, but we reckon the guitar amp might pick you up today. Exactly. Yeah, so because we were running late and we're not doing a drum one before and it's in a new place, I forgot to bring my guitar amp in. We had to park miles away. So, Tim, go and get my amp, but put it in your car and drive back, and then you're going to have to put your car back. So it's going to take a while, but it's going to be pretty steady. So Tim decided to walk with my amp, which is about 3/4 of a mile. Yeah, so now he's a bit sweaty and he's quivering a bit.
We all it's getting hot in here, actually.
Yeah, well, because the dehumidifier and the fan were making too much noise.
Fucking fan.
Innit? Why can't they invent a silent fan? That's what I want to know.
There are, but they're expensive.
Dyson shit. Is it like that?
Only the
That's true.
really rich rock stars can afford them.
Yeah. It's the thing that a lot of drummers have now, innit? Like, fans is part of the actual drum setup. It's like...
Totally guilty of that.
No,
I have a Maplin's, like 20 quid fan.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I load into my car.
They need to start doing it like I don't know, Pearl and Tamara and stuff like that. They need to start doing it with like fans that match the kit, so it's got the same trim as the rest of the kit.
I'm glad you said this because I've just gone, fuck, I've left my fan at home and I need to go home and get it before I go to my gig this evening. So
There we go. What's your gig this evening? What are you doing?
actually, it's a rehearsal, but then
A
I need
rehearsal.
to, but yeah, I'm out, so I need to get my fan.
Yeah. What's the okay? Yeah. So you're going back to Brighton today.
Yes.
So you were telling me just before this podcast started, you started a bit like me. You kind of did. You were saying you did an access to music course in Birmingham, and then you
Yeah.
went to Brighton.
Yeah. So I went like sixth form, then like, Dad's like, what are you doing with your life? I'm like, music, obviously. And then
So I thought you played drums.
hey!
Hey,
Okay, I
come
want to be
on.
around musicians and hit things. So yeah, I did some Mickey Mouse course in Birmingham, Access to Music for a year.
Yeah.
Bided myself some time so I could figure out what I was actually going to do.
Yeah.
And then I chose to go to Brighton.
Right.
Went to Brighton when I was like 19.
What's that? BIM.
That was BIM, yes.
Yeah.
Good old BIM. And I did a year there, higher diploma course,
Mm.
with no intentions of doing a degree, but just get in there.
Yeah.
And then did that, and then found my way into a couple of bands, local bands down there.
Yeah.
One of which was called The Crave,
Right.
which I joined, and I was in for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
So that was basically all my 20s in that band,
Yeah.
playing in a rock band. It's like kind of Foo Fighter-y,
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of melodic rock.
Okay. Yeah.
And I just spent a lot of years touring with that
Yeah.
around Europe, did a bit of America with them.
Oh, that's cool. So you did like the proper toilet tours, and then you went to Europe and America.
Yeah, and then we got, we did semi well. I think we released 2 albums and a couple, maybe an EP as well, and
That's awesome.
toured heavily.
Yeah.
like-
And what? So you get that stuff on iTunes and stuff.
I think it's
You
still
probably
there.
found
We
it on
we
YouTube.
might have like hidden it from the world now because we've all moved on. But it's definitely out there.
Editing
Yeah,
your CD,
yeah, man. And I was, I had long blonde dreadlocks. and
Oh,
yeah,
no
we all
way,
looked different.
dreadlocks.
Yeah. I had shit locks. I was quite proud of them. So yeah, that was like most of my 20s doing that, and then kind of that finished. I was still in Brighton. I was there for like 8 years, and then I was like, well, shit, I need to keep playing drums because that's all I've ever known.
Yeah.
And then kind of a year or 2 later, moved to London, and I had a couple of bits up here.
What
so
was the thing that pushed you to actually move to London? Like, what was it? Because you're in Brighton.
Yeah.
Was it you got some work here, or you knew some people who were there and saying?
So my good friend Paul Egan. I'd known him a couple of years in Brighton by then, and he was working with an artist called VV Brown, and he got me in on that, which was based in London. So I was commuting up and back and forth. And I got sick of the commute, and I was like, man. And it was busy enough to like, I was like, think about moving to London, like, 'cause I was just like, can't be dealing with this back and forth.
Yeah.
And I was going up there, and I was meeting some people. I was like, do you know what? I'm getting the vibe for London now, because I was initially very standoffish.
I think that's what you do. I mean, I did the same thing, ease myself in. Like, I was going from Yorkshire to London and going back. Like, my girlfriend at the time lived down in London, so I had a place to stay. And yeah, I think it's a good way to kind of get to the point where I can just about make this work, unless you happen to just grow up in London, like some people, and get access to like all the best jam nights and everything at the age of 20.
Well,
But no, I think that's the right way to do it, because eventually you just get to the point where like, I probably can take the jump now because I'm sick of doing the drive, and the work's there. So
the work was starting to come in, and I was like, got to make the jump. And Brighton's a small town, and I was like, I've been there long enough. Let's make the move, see what London has. Yeah,
perfect. Well, that's cool. And I think to know some people in town. I played with Paul as well. I did a gig, just a bar gig a couple of weeks ago, and for some reason they'd been booked on the gig. A drummer, 2 guitar players, 2 singing guitar players. So we all got there and looked at each other and like, this is probably not going to work. We're probably needing a bass player.
Yeah.
and Paul managed to turn up halfway through the first set.
Yeah, I think you got a call like 5 minutes. You're like, oh, mate, I'm in bed or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, but it sounded much better when he got there. I think he came in at a point where we were doing Superstition, and the other guy's playing the riff and singing, and I'm just doing the E. Yeah. I was like trying to roll all the tone out to make it sound really bassy. Yeah. I'm not sure how we got away with it. The daft thing is, though, the punters loved it. They don't know the difference.
Clueless.
The unwashed masses. Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't have any Queens, so maybe you might have to if we're going to do some Queens.
That would be a good one for next time.
Do you want to try... me and you can try No One Knows if you want.
Woo. That fucking Phil.
Yeah, that's the one.
I have to practice before I play this song.
Drummers are scared of this song. Yeah.
It is
Apparently I heard, and I don't know how true this might be absolute bullshit, but apparently on that album they recorded, because the drums are a really unique sound on that album, and I heard that he recorded the drums where, somebody might have sold me a bill of goods here, but where he played it with rubber cymbals, and so he just got all the actual drums, and then did it again with rubber drums and proper cymbals, so that he could mix because you get rid of all the bleed. If you listen to the album, the drums are like almost like, they sound so processed, but it's amazing.
You have that separation, so you can just crank, the boom of the drums, and then get nice.
But that must take some, right? Have you ever been requested to do anything as crazy as that?
I have done that on like a song.
Oh right,
in the studio, and
was it a nightmare?
No, it's alright.
Oh right, okay.
If you know your parts,
yeah. You can't wing it with that, I suppose.
Just air drum, like. But it can feel a bit weird, but
yeah. But no, the results of it, like that album sounded like, after ages trying to figure out how they got this drum sound.
The Foos did it on a few of their records after that Queens one, and there's a few documentaries where you can see like Dave and Taylor. Like there's one scene, I can't remember which album it's for. It's maybe like 2 albums ago or something. Taylor's playing just drums, and Dave's in the other room playing just cymbals.
No way.
Together at the same time. It's fucking sick.
Who's the better drummer? From a drum point of view.
All right, I'm going to get crucified for this, but I think Taylor
is
a better, more musical drummer.
Yeah.
But Dave Grohl is just on another level of his own awesomeness. Like he is...
Charisma-wise, is he kind of like...
He can just like, play guitar to a stadium full of thousands of people. Yeah. He's an amazing rock god. And then he can just pick up sticks and be a drum god.
Yeah, and sing whilst he's doing all of it.
Yeah, and he's just amazing. I love him just as much.
Yeah.
But if I had to choose, Taylor.
Yeah. No, all right. Let's try some Queens of the Stone Age, because I want to do this. It's just on C. And then the chorus is boom, 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 boom. So it kind of goes up like a minus. Yeah. Okay. So if this goes a bit ropey and Tim don't quite get it, you've got to let him off, because he's only just learned the song. And I think it's like an octavey sort of thing as well. I'll just start off with like 4 hits. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.